never bought anything, but I've looked at a lot of samples.
Okay, what's your recipe for keeping women happy?
Well, don't do anything to depress them. Always try to give them a lift.
And you do that?
Oh, sure. Not a day passes that I don't drive along Vine Street and say, hey, babe.
How about a lift? Comedian, don't worry, I'll never lose Gracie. When she gets back, you'll find... Hey, what's this on the table?
It's an envelope. Maybe she left you a note.
You see? She didn't leave the house without letting me know where she's gone. And you thought you were sore at me, huh? Oh. Oh, no.
What is it, George?
Well, you're right. I've lost her. Gracie's leaving me.
Huh?
Look, it's a ticket to Reno.
Reno, huh? Oh, murder.
I can't believe it. We've been together so many years. In vaudeville. On the radio. And now she's leaving me. Tell me, Bill, what should I do?
Better raid the icebox. It may be your last meal for a long time.
That's all cream in the icebox.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle. Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. The drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
We here at Taylor AMC Jeep Renault would like you to view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. We invite you to look before you leap at our pickups called Jeeps. This is the year to leap into a Jeep, for this year has a leap, and Taylor AMC Jeep Renault has the Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's truck specialist, Mike Glatchen.
Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
On Telegraph, south of I-94. From Tower 92, WTWR in Detroit, you're listening to the greatest radio shows of all time on the golden age of radio, presenting George Burns and Gracie Allen.
Way down yonder in New Orleans, Meredith Wilson and his orchestra.
Bill, you've got to help me. I can't let Gracie go to Reno.
You're not kidding.
Well, why is she leaving me, Bill? You think it's because she's younger than I am?
Oh, no. After all, who isn't?
What is it?
Well, I tell you, George, you've been too grouchy. Women have got to have romance. Now, how long since you brought Gracie a box of candy?
Oh, maybe 2 years.
How long since you brought her flowers?
About the same.
How long since you kissed her?
I kissed her this morning.
I knew it. You better go back to candy and flowers.
Okay, I'll go right out and get some.
And listen, don't stop at candy and flowers. Get her dresses, get her jewelry, lingerie, perfume, buy her a mink coat.
I'll do it. I don't care what it costs.
Good.
I'll spend anything to get her back. Who cares about money at a time like this?
Atta boy.
Bill, you know where I can get the stuff wholesale?
Well, I tell you, Mary, that something must have happened to George. We've looked every place.
Oh, now, don't worry, Gracie.
But the doctor said his mind could go any minute. Maybe he threw himself under a train. Maybe he jumped off a bridge. Maybe he shot himself or stabbed himself.
Oh, he probably went down to the corner to buy a couple of those cigars he smoked.
Oh, that's even worse. Slower. Oh, Meredith, I just know George is wandering around somewhere completely out of his mind.
Hello, sweetheart.
Oh, George, where have you been?
I'm buying presents for you. See, I got you some candy, flowers, perfume.
Oh, I knew it. Nutty as a fruitcake.
Boy, I'm getting out of here. Sometimes they're dangerous. What's the matter with you?
Nothing, dear. Nothing at all. Now, just sit down and rest.
Oh, I don't want to rest. I want to make love to you. Burning, passionate love. Oh,
poor George. His mind is completely gone.
I love you. You're beautiful, do you hear? You're the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
Oh, that's strange. Now he's perfectly sane.
Well, you see, the other presents I got for you. A bracelet, nylons.
There he goes again.
What?
Wait here, darling. I'll be right back.
Dr. Elser speaking.
This is Mrs. Burns. Well, it happened, Doctor. My husband has gone mad. Stark, raving mad.
How do you know?
Well, he tried to make love to me. Me, his own wife.
Oh, that is bad. I'll come over just as soon as I can. Meantime, be very careful not to cross him. Agree with everything he says.
Don't cross him, huh?
Absolutely not. He might become violent. No matter what he says, you agree with him.
You're all right. I'll agree with everything he says. Thank you, Doctor.
Gracie, I'd like to talk.
Yes, you would, Judge. You certainly would. You're so right. That's just what you'd like to do.
I've been a good husband.
Good, you're the best. The finest. Why, you're the most wonderful husband who ever lived. The perfect mate.
Well, I'm not perfect.
Oh, no, you're not. You're a beast. You're nice.
Well, gee, I've tried to be generous.
Ah, you're the kindest, sweetest, biggest-hearted man who ever lived.
Of course, now and then I try to save a little.
You squeeze the nickels from the buffalo lick.
I guess I'm pretty bad, all right.
You're a dog.
I'm not that bad.
You're a prince.
So what am I, a dog or a prince?
Both. Here, prince.
Gosh, I must have done something awful to get you in this frame of mind.
Oh, you've starved me. You've beaten me. You've tortured me.
That's not true.
What a liar I am.
I've done my very best. But at times you haven't made it easy.
I've starved you. I've beaten you. I've tortured
That's
you.
not true either.
There we go lying again.
You're talking like this in order to hide the real reason you're leaving me. I know. There's another man in your life.
Yeah, that's it. Another man.
A handsome man.
The handsomest man in Hollywood.
Big and tall. With gable shoulders.
And Gable's back. And Gracie's got him.
You're going away with him.
That's right.
You're expecting him now.
Well, what's keeping him?
There he is. That's your lover now.
That's my lover now.
Okay. We'll settle this. I'll kill him.
You murder him.
Oh, he'll kill me.
Ah, you haven't got a chance.
We'll see. You stay right here.
I won't budge.
Man in Hollywood, huh? I'll fix this lady killing wolf.
Good afternoon, Mr. Burns.
It's you. I expected to see a single man, tall, handsome, irresistible.
Oh, no, I'm a married one.
You're certainly not a wolf.
Certainly not. I give that impression because of my long, pointed nose. But that comes from 20 years of being led around by it.
I mean, I thought you were my rival. You see, my wife is leaving for Reno.
No.
Yeah. I've done everything. I bought her flowers, candy, jewelry.
I've been through this Reno business myself, Mr. Burns. I bought my wife everything. I got down on my knees and pleaded with her.
Did it work?
No, she still wouldn't go.
I don't want Gracie to go. In fact, I want George. Say, did everything work out all right? No, Bill.
Hello, Mr. Goodwin. Hello, Mr. Goodwin.
Bill, I gave Gracie the presents, but I'm still in trouble. She says she's running away with the handsomest man in Hollywood. Oh, George, you know I wouldn't do a thing like that. It's not you, Bill. It's some fellow who looks just like Gable.
Oh, no wonder she thought it was me.
Look, Mr. Postman, Bill and I have got a big problem to work out. Maybe you better run alone.
Very well.
Now, do you mean to say that ticket for Reno was for me and not for Gracie? Sure. Gosh, George, Gracie would never leave you. Holy smoke. And I went out and spent my money on presents. Well, that's what made us think you were crazy. I noticed she kept agreeing with everything Hey, if she still thinks I'm crazy, I can make her agree to send those things back. Thanks for the information, Meredith. Oh, glad to help. You know, sometimes it's wonderful to have a moron around the house. Yep, Gracie seems quite fond of you. See you later. Gracie.
Yes, George, what? Anything at all, what?
Well, I was...
What?
Well, I've been...
Yes,
thinking
what? Tell me, what?
Well, keep quiet. You know the presents I brought you?
Oh, yes, darling, the most wonderful flowers, candy, perfume, bracelets, and nylons in the world.
Well, I don't like them, and I want them sent back immediately.
They're the worst flowers, candy, perfume, bracelets, nylons I ever saw, ate, smelled, looked at, and have on, so they can't be returned.
I order you return everything immediately.
Yes, dear, immediately. Anything you say.
And I think I'll go see a burlesque.
Oh, yes, me too. Have fun. Get right up on the runway with the girls.
Now kiss me goodbye,
Yeah,
dear.
of course, you're a big kid.
Goodbye. Oh, excuse me. I just wanted to see if your scheme worked, George. You know, pretending to be crazy so Gracie would send all the presents back.
Oh, yes, it worked for you. What? He's only pretending to be crazy?
Wellington, get out of here and leave Napoleon alone.
Never mind, dear. Never mind, Wellington. You're playing a little game, huh?
Well, yes. But you're going to take those things back anyway, aren't you? Okay, keep them. Now you won't have to buy anything for a whole year. Well, anyway, a couple of months. A week? How are you fixed for the day?
I'm going shopping.
Join us again next week when we'll all be back. George Burns, Gracie Allen, Meredith Wilson and his orchestra, and yours truly, Bill Goodwin.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle? Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. The drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
We here at Taylor AMC Jeep Renault would like you to view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. We invite you to look before you leap at our pickups called Jeeps. This is the year to leap into a Jeep, for this year has a leap, and Taylor AMC Jeep Renault has the Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's truck specialist, Mike Latchin.
Put the driving your life at Taylor AMC.
On Telegraph, south of I-94.
This WTWR Tower 92 in Detroit, presenting the golden age of radio and the greatest radio shows of all time. We hope you enjoyed the George Burns and Gracie Allen program. George and Gracie will be back next week here on Tower 92. George, of course, has since gone on to a fantastic motion picture career in the last several years and even has a hit record at present entitled I Wish I Were 18 Again. Quite an accomplishment for a man of 83. Speaking of ages, here is a man who was always 39. Ladies and gentlemen, the Jack Benny program.
With Barry Livingston, Phil Harris, Rochester, Dennis Day, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, in the Rose Bowl game on New Year's Day, Illinois upset the Dope. And here he is, and he's still upset, Jack Benny.
Hello again. This is Jack Benny talking. And Don, for your information, I wasn't upset at all. I enjoyed the game very much.
Certainly was exciting, wasn't it, Jack?
Yes, sir. And what a score. Illinois 45, UCLA 14, and Al Hoysh 103. That was really something, wasn't it?
Oh, and what wonderful seats you had, Jack. How did you get such good tickets at the last minute?
Well, Don, it wasn't easy. You see, even though I was born in Illinois, I've lived in California for the past 15 years. So in order to get 2 tickets, I called Governor Warren.
You called the governor of California?
Yes. He couldn't do anything for me, so he called Governor Green of Illinois. Governor Green called President George Stoddard of the Illinois University. President Stoddard got in touch with Ray Elliott, the coach. Elliott got in touch with Buddy Young. And fortunately, Buddy Young happens to be a very good friend of Rochester. So through Rochester, I not only got 2 seats on the 50-yard line, but I also got a sure thing in the 4th race at Santa Anita. Say, Don, who were you rooting for at the game?
Well, Jack, I didn't want to show any partiality, so I got a seat on the UCLA side and a seat on the Illinois side.
Well, Don, how could you possibly sit on both sides of the... Oh, of course. And, Don, weren't you disappointed when you weren't picked as the winning float? Well, better luck next year. Hiya, Jackson. Hello, Phil. Phil, get your band ready, and... Phil, what happened to your orchestra? Half of your boys are missing. Where are they?
Look, Jackson, New Year's Eve was only 5 days ago. Give them time. Give them time.
Say what?
Leave them alone, and they'll come home, dragging their empties behind them.
I know, but meanwhile, do the best you can with the boys. Oh, no.
What's the matter, Jackson?
Sammy, the bass fiddle player.
Well, what about him? He's the best bass player in the country.
I know, but look at his bass fiddle. It has 6 silver handles on it.
Well, that's Sammy for you. If anything happens to him, he don't want us to go to no expense.
Oh, fine. Look what he has carved on the bottom of it. R.I.P. What's that?
Rest in Petrillo.
Now cut that out! And until something happens to him, tell Sammy to put down the shovel, use a bow, and blow out the candles on the music stand. Will you?
Oh, by the way, Phil, I saw you at the Rose Bowl game New Year's Day.
Oh, is that where I was? Phil, you know where you were. That was a great game, wasn't it? What about that 103-yard run that Hoysh made?
Confidentially, Jackson, it was longer than that, but it won't go on record.
What do you mean?
He picked up the ball behind his old goal line, started down the field, ran up to the stands, asked me for my autograph, told me how to spell Harris, and then went on to make the touchdown.
What?
If he'd have waited for me to dot the I, they'd have nailed him on the 10-yard line.
Well, I just showed you how fast that boy is. Oh, hello, Mary.
Hello, Jack.
Well, everybody's here now except Dennis. Where is he?
I don't know. He hasn't come in yet.
Well, how can we go on with the show if the cast doesn't get here on time?
Oh, Jack, don't be mad at Dennis. I happen to know something that you don't know.
Don't tell me he has 3 shows.
No, Jack, it isn't that. It's something you won't believe.
What is it?
Well, all of a sudden, Dennis got a big crush on me.
A crush on you? How come?
I don't know. Someone must have told him I was a girl.
Oh, Mary, stop kidding. Has Dennis really got a crush on you?
Yes, Jack, and he's so cute. Ever since last week when I danced with him in that nightclub, he's been sending me notes and little gifts.
Gifts? What did he give you?
Oh, lots of things. His Boy Scout knife, a bag of marbles, 3 Coca-Cola bottle caps filled with mud, a ball of tinfoil, a fish hook, and a stick of bubble gum.
No.
Yes, and I'm worried.
Why?
If you see me wearing his bicycle clip, you'll know we're engaged.
Well, how do you like that?
And, Jack, you should see the note he sent me yesterday.
Dennis sent you a note?
Yeah, wait a minute. I'll read it to you. Oh, it's so sweet. My darling Mary, I hope you won't think I'm silly, but I keep your picture on the wall of my bedroom. I didn't want my mother to know who I'm in love with, so I took a pencil and drew a mustache and a derby hat on you. I think I fooled my mother because now she's in love with you, too.
Well, I'll be darned.
And look how he finishes. I love you madly and passionately, and will never forget the kiss you gave me when I took you home. Thanking you in advance for your next shipment, I remain yours truly, Dennis Day.
Well, that's the cutest letter I've ever heard. Let's see that. Mary, why has Dennis got the stamp pinned on the envelope?
Oh, that. He says that ever since he fell in love with me, he won't let anything else touch his lips.
Gee, he must be hungry by this time, huh? That's her. Shh. Quiet. Here he comes now.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Mr. Benny.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Dennis.
Hello, Don.
Hiya, kid.
Hello, Phil.
Hello, Dennis. Dennis, I said hello.
Mary, don't make it so obvious.
Obvious. All I said was hello.
I know, but look how you're trembling.
Dennis, you're imagining things. She's not trembling.
What are you trying to do, break us up?
No, I'm not trying to break you up.
Say, Mary, come here a minute, will you? I want to look at you.
All right, Dennis.
Gee, gosh.
Well, what is it, Dennis?
You look so much better without a mustache.
Dennis, what about the Derby?
No, thanks. I'm not hungry.
I didn't mean that. But anyway, kid, I know how you feel. When you're in love, everything is bright and sunny and cheerful. Your heart overflows with goodness. You feel nice towards everybody.
Say, Jackson, did you hear about Fred Allen being voted the best comedian on the air?
There will be a short pause while Dr. Jekyll becomes Mr. Hyde.
Mary, it doesn't bother me at all. Anyway, I read about Fame magazine selecting Allen as the greatest comedian on radio. What a choice.
What's the matter with you, Jackson? Every time Fred Allen gets an award, you get mad about it. 2 years ago, you got mad because they put his picture on the cover of Time.
Bill, Fred's face was on the cover of Look.
It was on the cover of Time.
It was on the cover of Look. His face represented Time. That burns me up.
All right. So he's not as pretty as I am. But you've got to admit he's got a great radio show.
Some great show. Comes on and jabbers for a few minutes, then he calls, Portland, 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 Portland. For the first 4 years, people thought he was a conductor on a Greyhound bus. Come on, Dennis,
let's have your song.
Okay. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I'll give you my heart. I love you, and you alone were meant for me. Please give your loving heart to me, and say we'll never part. I think of you every morning, dream of you every night. Darling, I'm never lonely whenever you're inside. I love you for sentimental reasons. I hope you do believe me. I've given you my
That was I Love You for Sentimental Reasons, sung by Dennis Day. And very good, Dennis.
Yes, Dennis, I've never heard you sing so well.
That's because I'm in love.
With me?
It ain't your sister, Babe.
Woo, woo, woo!
Dennis, behave yourself. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction tonight, we are going to present... Now, excuse me. Come in. Well, Mr. Kitzel, what are you doing here?
Pardon the intrusion, Mr. Benny, but I came over to thank you for the Christmas present you sent me and to wish you a Happy New Year.
Well, the same to you, Mr. Kitzel. So you like the sweater I sent you, eh?
I have never in my life owned such a beautiful slop over.
No, Mr. Kitzel, you mean slip over.
Slop over, on me it's too big.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, why didn't you return it?
Well, I like it that way because it makes me look like a hep cat.
A hep cat?
Hey, Baba Riba, zippity doo yeah. Hey, Baba Riba. Hey, Baba Riba.
I know.
And do you also know the song about the cement mix master?
Yeah. And Mr. Kitzel, I'm glad my present suited you so well.
Yes, I liked it so much I started needing a pair of stockings to match the sweater.
You did?
Yes. But a funny thing happened. While I was sitting in the rocking chair, my wife came in and saw me knitting.
Uh-huh.
She got all excited and thought we was going to have another baby.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
By the way, Mr. Kitzel, as long as you're here, would you like to sit down and hear the rest of the program?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I got to leave.
Oh, you should stay, Mr. Kitzel, because tonight our guest star is Lauren Bacall.
Lauren Bacall? Who?
What?
Who's going? I'm going to stay.
Oh, good. But, Don, you're mistaken about Lauren Bacall. She won't be here tonight.
Oh, why not?
Never mind. We haven't got time to discuss it. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Tell him what happened, Jack.
Mary, we've got a program to do. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, Don, the trouble started after you left the rehearsal yesterday at Jack's house.
Jack's house.
Lauren Bacall hadn't showed up as yet to rehearse the part. And Phil and Dennis and I decided to stick around and play a little gin rummy. So we went in the den and sat down. Hey, Jack, where are you and Lauren going to rehearse?
In the library.
Then we can stay here in the den and play cards, can't we?
Yep, that'll be all right. Rochester, will you bring in a deck of cards, please?
Yes, sir. What kind shall I bring? The red backs or the blue backs?
Oh, it doesn't make any difference.
Yes, it does. The reds are 40 cents, the blues 50.
Bring them a deck of cards. They won't quibble about the price. Now, come on, Rochester. I want you to go in the library with me and help me get things ready.
Yes, sir.
Now, Rochester, I want to make a good impression on Miss Bacall, so see that there's a nice fire burning in the fireplace. Move the divan so it'll be nice and cozy in front of the fire. Turn the lights down low, turn on the phonograph, and put on some nice, soft, romantic music.
Want me to burn some incense and fan you with a palm leaf?
No, that won't be necessary. Now, let's see. I think these horn-rimmed glasses make me look a little too old. I guess I'll take them off.
Oh, boss. I wouldn't do that if I were you. Remember what happened the time Miss Ann Sheridan came over to rehearse with you and you took off your glasses?
No, nothing happened.
When Miss Sheridan came in, you rushed over to where you thought you saw her, put your arms around the bridge lamp, kissed the parrot, and said, "Why, Annie, you bit me."
That's because it was dark. Now, let's see. Oh, that must be Miss Bacall now. Rochester, you answer the door. I want to sit down and make myself look alluring. I mean, relax. There, how do I look?
Fine, boss, but aren't you overdoing it with that rose in your teeth?
Rochester. What are you laughing at?
Ramona Benny.
The rose is for my lapel. Oh, answer the door.
Yes, sir.
Is Mr. Benny at home?
Yes, come right in, Mr. Cole.
Oh, Rochester, who is it?
Miss Lauren Bacall.
Well, Lauren Bacall.
You were expecting maybe Mrs. Nussbaum?
Rochester, you can get lost now.
Yes.
Well, come in, Lauren. This is indeed a pleasure. Make yourself comfortable. Sit down.
No, thanks. I'll just lean here against the door.
Gosh, Lauren, seeing you there reminds me of your first picture, The Have and Have Not. You were leaning against the door, just like that. And then you said your famous line.
You mean, if you want anything, just whistle.
Yes. Well, Lauren, shall we start rehearsing?
No hurry. You got a cigarette?
A cigarette? Yes. Here you are.
Thanks. Match?
Well, now let's start rehearsing. Here's your script. We're going to do a sketch based on your picture, To Have and Have Not. You'll play the same part you did in the picture.
Okay.
Well, let's start. I'll take the first line.
Wait a minute, Jack. I'm supposed to lean against the door.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Well, we'll start again. You're sore at me, aren't you, Slim?
Sure, Steve. I'm sore at you. I wanted to get even. I brought that bottle of brandy up here to make you feel cheap. But I'm the one who feels cheap.
Well, you've only got yourself to blame, Slim. After all, what did I do?
Nothing. What's more, you don't have to do anything. Oh, maybe just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim.
I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you.
All right, but first take that rose out of your teeth.
I'm so sorry. You know, I meant to put that in my lapel, in my lapel. Now let's start the scene over again. You're sore at me, aren't you, Slim?
Sure, Steve, I'm sore at you. I wanted to get even. I brought that bottle up here to make you...
What bottle up where?
Well,
Hello, Curly.
Well, St. Peter must have left the gate open, and look who fell out. Oh, leave a lamp burning in the window, Mother. I may be a little late. Well, yes, there's good news tonight. Well, introduce me, Jackson. Introduce me.
all right. This is Miss Lauren Bacall. Lauren, this is my colleague, Phil Harris.
Well, hoity-toity, I'm a colleague now.
Yeah, now go already.
Okay.
Now, come on, Lauren. Let's take that kissing scene again. We'll take that kissing scene again. Let's start where who can that be? I left strict orders not to be disturbed.
Mr. Benny, Mr. Humphrey Bogart's at the door.
Humphrey Bogart?
Oh, Jack, I forgot to tell you. Bogey said he'd drop by here and pick me up. You know, he and I are married.
I know. Who do you think played the violin at your wedding? Anyway, he can wait outside. We got a scene to rehearse, and we're going to do it.
Hello, baby. Hiya, Jack.
Look, Humphrey, we're right in the middle of the rehearsal.
Oh, that's all right, Jack. Go right ahead.
You won't be long, honey.
That's all right, baby. You know, Jack, I'm glad to see you again. You're my favorite comedian.
Yeah? Well, that's good. Now, Lauren, I mean, Miss Bacall. Oh, by the way, what should I call you, Lauren or Miss Bacall?
Mrs. Bogart.
Now, let's get on with the rehearsal, Mrs. Bogart. Starting with your last speech.
Okay? You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you.
What a comedian.
Look, Humphrey, I'm trying to...
Benny, there's a telephone call for you.
Oh. Well, pardon me a minute, folks. I'll be right back.
How's it going, baby?
Oh, brother.
Yeah, I thought so. Say, baby, I want you to do something.
What is it?
When you get to kiss him, just put one arm around him and run your other hand through his hair.
Why?
I want to find out if he really wears one. Hey, what does Benny want to be a great lover for anyway?
Well, why shouldn't he? After all, he played a romantic lead in The Horn Blows at Midnight. You saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, and they called our last picture The Big Sleep. Oh, by the way, what's this sketch you're rehearsing with Benny?
To have and have not. We're rehearsing the big scene you and I did in the picture.
No? Which one of you is playing my part?
He's coming back.
Oh, I'm sorry I had to answer the phone, but, well, that's the price of fame.
Who was it?
Wrong number. I mean, my sponsor called because he sent me the wrong number of tickets to the broadcast. Now, let's get on with the rehearsal, Lauren. We'll start with my line. Well, you've only got yourself to blame, Slim. After all, what did I do?
Nothing. What's more, you don't have to do anything. Oh, maybe just whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you.
Now, wait a minute, Jack. Hold it. You're doing it all wrong.
Wrong?
Yeah. When you get ready to kiss a girl, you put your arms around her gently, tenderly.
What?
Hey, you're not supposed to grab her by the earlobes and pull yourself up. Oh, I see. And now watch me. Come here, baby. Read that line again.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
No, Slim. I got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you. Like this.
I see. I get the idea. That's enough, Humphrey. Look, you can do that at home. Look. Humphrey, I'm paying her by the hour. Stop! I'm supposed to do that. I get the idea now, Bogey. Let you and I take it again, Lauren.
Say, Jack, our gin rummy game's over, so I thought I'd come in here and watch you rehearse.
All right, but be quiet. Now, come on, Lauren. Start with your line again.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Ah, Slim. I got a better use. Come here, let me kiss you. Like this.
No, Jack. No, you're doing it all wrong. Here, let me show you again.
What?
I'll do it with Mary this time. Are you ready, Mary?
Am I ready? I was puckered up when I walked in here.
But look, Mary isn't even...
Come on, Mary. You take baby's line.
Okay. You know how to whistle, don't you, Steve? You just put your lips together and blow.
Oh, no. I've got a better use for my lips. Come here and let me kiss you. Like this.
Humphrey, you can stop. Bogey, wait a minute. What is this anyway? Step aside, Mary. I want to talk to Mr. Bogart.
Yeah, and I want to talk to him, too.
Dennis.
Say, he's cute. You haven't got a chance, sister. I send all my Coca-Cola tops to Mary.
Dennis.
Now listen to me, Bogart. I saw you kissing a woman I love, see? And you ain't muffling in on my racket, see? Those lips ain't big enough for the both of us, see? Now get out of here before you get hurt, see? Get out, see? Out, see? Out, see? Out!
Dennis.
See?
Come on, baby, let's get out of here. This guy's tough.
Bogart, Lauren, come back. Dennis, I can't believe it. You know what you did? You frightened Humphrey Bogart.
Sure.
Dennis, what's that you got in your hand?
A picture of my mother.
Oh, wonderful. Now, Lauren will never be on my program.
We'll be back in just a minute.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle? Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
Presently at Taylor AMC Jeep Reno's new Jeep Truck Center, they're offering substantial savings on trucks in stock or on special orders. Jeep trucks have greater payload, greater cubic foot capacity, and higher ground clearance than Ford, Chevy, or Dodge. These are just a few reasons why you should view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Reno's truck specialist, Mike Gladsham.
Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
On
on Telegraph, south of I-94.
Tower 92 reminds you, if you're troubled or facing a crisis and would like to talk it over with someone who cares, then call Contact Lifeline at 894-5555.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart for appearing on my program tonight. They can currently be seen in their Warner Brothers picture, The Big Sleep. Well, I better rush home now. Oh, taxi, taxi. Oh, taxi. Oh, doorman, get me a taxi, will you?
Look, bud, if you want a taxi, just whistle.
What?
You know how to whistle, don't you? Just put your lips together and blow.
Oh, yes, yes. Well, what do you know? It works.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
The Jack Benny program will return 2 weeks from tonight on the golden age of radio. From Tower 92, WTWR in Detroit. Jack Benny made his debut on radio on the Ed Sullivan radio show on May 2nd, 1931. What more can be said about one of the greatest, if not the greatest, radio comedians? Even though he was born in 1984, Jack Benny was always and will always be 39 years old. One of the classic routines that appeared frequently on the program was Jack Benny at the railroad station and the conductor calling out the trains to Anaheim, Azusa, and you know where. We recreate that for you now from a very early broadcast, Jack Benny.
See, the station is crowded. Rochester.
Yeah, boss.
Put on your red cap and carry my bags to the train. I gotta meet my gang.
Train leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
See, we're all supposed to meet here at the information desk. Now, oh, there they are. Hey, Phil, Don.
Oh, hello, Jack.
Hiya, Jackson.
Say, what are you carrying there under your arm?
Well, I heard it was pretty cold in New York, and I want to be on the safe side.
But Jackson, a smudge pot.
Well, I'm not taking any chances, you know.
Train leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. Does anybody want to go to Anaheim, Azusa, or Cucamonga?
Say, Don, have you got all the tickets?
Well, not quite, Jack. At the last minute, Phil said he needed an extra one.
Phil, who are you sneaking on this trip with you?
Well, it's Frankie, my guitar player. I got to take him along on account of the magazine.
The magazine?
Yeah, he reads to me.
Oh, for goodness sake, now I have to buy another ticket.
Hey, Jack, where you been? Ain't seen you around.
What? Oh, hello, hello. Who was that, Jackson? Oh, he's a racetrack tout that used to hang around Hollywood Park, you know. Well, I'll meet you later, fellas. Now, let's see. The ticket window ought to be...
Train leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. Oh, come on. Somebody must want to go to Anaheim.
Now, let me see. The ticket window ought to be...
Jack. Jack, come here a minute.
Huh? Oh, it's you again. What is it?
I didn't want to say anything while you were with your friends there, but where you going?
New York.
What train you taking?
The Chief. Why, what's the matter?
Take the El Capitan.
But I like the Chief.
Come here a minute.
Yeah?
And take my tip, bud. The El Capitan will beat the Chief into Kansas City by 3 lengths.
What?
According to yesterday's performance, it can't miss.
Well, look, I'm sorry. I'm taking the cheese.
Why?
Come here a minute. Don't noise this around, see?
No.
But I found out the chief is a sleeper. Now, so long, fella.
Okay. So long.
Now, let's see. The ticket window should be...
Train leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. Look, we're not asking much. 2 of you, or even 1 of you. Just somebody to keep the engineer company.
Here's the ticket window. Oh, pardon me. Are you the ticket clerk?
Well, what do you think I am in this cage, a canary?
Don't get huffy about it. All I want is a ticket on the cheese.
Oh. Well, would you like the $60 ticket or the $140 ticket?
Well, what's the difference?
Well, with the $140 ticket, you ride inside.
Well, naturally, I want to ride on the inside. After all, you know, I'm not as young as I used to be.
You're not as young as anybody used to be.
Now, don't get fresh. All I want is a ticket to New York.
Return trip?
No, one way.
Good.
Now, cut that out and stop wasting time. I have to get to New York by Thursday.
I'm sorry, but our trains are all booked up.
Well, think, man, think there must be one train that has room for me.
Leaving on track 5.
Look, clerk, I waited here long enough. You just got me.
Well, you're in luck, Blue Eyes. I found one ticket on the cheap.
Good, I'll take it.
The cheap leaving for New York. Hold on.
Hurry up, will you, clerk? Thanks. Wait for me!
Hey, Jackson, we're moving. Hurry up.
I'm coming! Wait for me!
We'll visit with the Lone Ranger sound man after station identification and a quick look at the weather.
Detroit area.
Sound effects man. You were the sound effects man for the Lone Ranger during the golden age of radio. You, in fact, were the hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. It appeared on the Green Hornet and Sergeant Preston's Challenge of the Yukon, 3 of the programs that originated here in Detroit. As you were providing these sound effects, were you aware of the important contribution that the sound effects made to the creation of the illusion which resulted in the success of these programs?
Well, I was very aware of that. But first, I have to point out one thing. I wasn't the only sound effects person. There were 5 of us. 4 of us did manual effects, and 1 did recorded effects.
Well, tell us, for example, like the automobile on the Green Hornet, the roar of the engine, the whistling wind in Sergeant Preston's Challenge of the Yukon.
The effects that you mentioned, like the automobile, the Green Hornet, and the wind blowing, whatever, of the Yukon, well, that was done by the recorded effects man. All right. Years ago, before they had that many recorded effects, of course, they dreamed up different ways to get the sounds. And then later on, when they were able to go out in the field and record effects and bring them back, well, then they used recorded effects for that.
And you were a mechanical sound effects man?
I was a mechanical sound effects man, with the exception of 2 summers. I filled in for the recorded effects man while he was on vacation.
What kind of mechanical effects would you provide, say, for a typical Lone Ranger script?
Well, the Lone Ranger, of course, when they drew a pistol, they drew their guns, you'd hear the slap of leather. Okay, that would be one of the magnum effects. The other, of course, was the hoofbeats, because you were playing right with the actor.
Let's go, Tonto. Easy, steady, big fella. Easy, fella.
And, of course, any signal that he gave the horse, of course, the horse would have to respond immediately. And as a result, we did that with the plungers. Or if he pulled the reins, the announcer would say, and the Moon Ranger pulled rein.
Come on, Silver. Faster, big fella, faster. When he rounded a turn in the canyon, he could see the opening ahead. He drew rein. Oh, Silver. Oh, easy, steady, big fella. Big fella.
And that was a magnum effect. And that right along with the hoofbeats. These were the magnum effects that we mostly did. Doors opening and closing.
Yes, come in. Oh, Luther, it's you. I thought everybody had gone home hours ago. It's almost dark. Supper time. Yes, sir.
Such as going into the general store. When they walked into a general store, you'd hear the door open, and you also hear a little bell tinkle. Okay? And as the person left, you'd hear the door knob, and then you'd hear the bell tinkle again, and the door slam shut, and you know the person left. These were, and the footsteps, of course. You had to have the footsteps of the person approaching the counter in the general store and fading away from the counter. So you would coordinate the voice of the actor with the footsteps. If the actor is walking away from the microphone, which the scene is set at the counter, as he's walking away and saying goodbye, I'll see you next time around or whatever, as he's fading away, the footsteps are fading away also.
Were you physically walking away from the microphone?
Walking away from the microphone to give that dimension. That was that perspective. That perspective was very important.
How soon before you'd go on the air, for example, would you get the script with an inventory of the sounds that were needed?
Usually we'd get the script about 11 o'clock in the morning, 11, 12 o'clock.
And you'd go on the air live?
And we'd go on the air live at 7 o'clock.
Were you ever stumped to find a sound that matched the sound that the scriptwriter called for?
Well, because there were 5 of us, okay, somebody would always be able to come up with something that would work. And there were times, though, when I would have to run out after looking at the script at noontime and say, oh my God, we don't have this, and I'd run out and start searching the neighborhood until I found it. One particular show, we needed a lantern because the Lone Ranger is going into this cave, and a lantern has a distinctive sound. We didn't have a lantern anywhere around the place. So I recalled that on my way to the studio that morning, I saw the DPW had these lanterns hanging all over the street where they were digging up. So, of course, I took off and went and helped myself to one and brought it back, and that's what we used that evening.
Is that a fact?
I think we owe the DPW a little money.
Or at least credits.
Credits.
Let me ask you, last week on the Golden Age of Radio here on Tower 92, we had an episode of The Lone Ranger called The Mission Bells, and the story was, and you may remember this, Tony, the story was that the Lone Ranger was saving a small church. Somebody was after the bell, and the bell had been cast of solid gold. Now, how did you create those sounds of the bell? And as I recall, there was a scene where the bells come crashing out of the tower. How was that all done?
Okay, I have to credit Fred Flowerday with this because he actually came up with it. As I said, between the 5 of us, and Fred Flowerday at that time was assistant director, but he had also served on the sound department, and he knew the ins and outs of sound backwards. And we had some steel plate. We had 4 steel plates about 1 foot wide by maybe 1.5 feet high and 1/4 inch thick. Now, these steel plates were used for various reasons. If, say, the Lone Ranger or the Green Hornet or wherever it might have been were walking on grill work, metal, steel, these plates, we would line them up on the floor and walk on them because it gave you the sound of metal. Well, he figured that what we could do is have holes drilled on the top of the plate, and with coat hangers, we made hooks, and we hung them and strung them. Okay, when the appropriate time came for the bells to come crashing down, we cut the rope that they were hanging from, and of course it came crashing down to the floor.
We're going to play a brief scene from Mission Bells. This is a scene in which the soundmen really get a workout. It also demonstrates very effectively how the sound and the music and the narration by Fred Foy all work together to create the picture in the imagination of the listener that made the program so effective.
Finally through the last ribbon. We can push that bell loose now. Oh, wait. Thought I heard something below. Get your ear down on the trap door. Sure. Hey, somebody's coming up the ladder. Get back and let him come through. Shooting will wake up the Indians. I'll get him with my knife. The Lone Ranger lifted the trap door just far enough to see it was pitch black in the belfry. The masked man threw the door wide open. At the same time, he used his free hand to remove his white hat, which he knew would be visible even in the deep gloom of the belfry. Holding it by the brim, he slowly lifted it through the opening. There he is. Down he goes. Just struck. So savage was the downward stab of his blade that when it sliced into nothing but an empty hat, he almost fell headlong through the hole. As he struggled to save himself, the Lone Ranger leaped from the ladder to the floor. Unable to determine the odds against him, the masked man backed toward a wall, drawing and training his guns in the direction of the trapdoor.
Who are you? Why are you here?
At the sound of his voice, Scrap leaped upon his back, getting one arm around his neck. I got him, Gus, help me! Hold on to him, Scrap, I'm coming. As he struggled to his feet, the Lone Ranger's fingers came into contact with one of the blankets which covered the openings in the tower wall. He grabbed it and jerked it loose, letting in a flood of moonlight. The light revealed that the killers were crouched and ready to charge.
Scrap, Gus, you better give up.
He knows this.
He's got a mask on.
Mask and not look two against one. He'll heave him through that hole. The crooks closed in. The masked man swung a powerful right at Gus. He caught the killer on the side of the head, knocking him backward into the bells. His nose hit the bells, which clanged as he fell. Hardly had the din of the bells died out when there was another, even more ominous sound. The beam on which the 5 heavy bells had hung for 2 centuries was giving way. Weakened by age, the work of the crooks and the fight that was in progress. Gus scrambled to his feet with a yell. Hurling Scrap aside, the masked man leaped for the opening from which he had torn the blanket. At the same instant, the beam broke. A ton of bells crashed against the belfry floor. It too gave way under the impact. Just as beam, bells, and flooring went down, the Lone Ranger got one leg over the bottom of the opening in the stone wall. Scrap gave a despairing yell. As from below came the jarring thud of wreckage hitting the ground.
It gave a beautiful effect.
We have to remind our listeners that all of these programs that we're talking about were done live. You didn't have time for retakes if it didn't work out well.
That's right.
Did you ever have a sound effect, either one that you were directing or one of the other 4? Did you ever have a sound effect go awry that you can recall?
Yes, I recall one. This was, I believe, on the Yukon. And it was Sergeant Preston was to plunge into this creek. Well, what we used for the creek, or any water effect, it was a bathtub. And we filled the bathtub about 3/4 full, and had a log, like say maybe 2 feet in length and maybe 6-7 inches in diameter, wrapped in canvas and padded. And we would take this log and dunk it into the bathtub to give the effect of diving or jumping into water. Well, what happened was, as I took this log and I slammed it into the water as he's diving in, I hit the side of the tub. And of course it gave one, big ring, if you've ever heard a tub. It's just a terrible thing.
You can laugh about it now, but it must have been pretty terrible at the time. Was there any attempt by the actors to explain it, or did they just ignore it and go on?
No, you just pass it on by. You just keep on going like nothing happened.
We'll have more from Tony Caminito, the Lone Ranger's mechanical sound effects man, and an interview with Fred Flowerday, the director of the Lone Ranger, next week on the Golden Age of Radio. last year, the Detroit Producers Association saluted the Detroit radio pioneers, including the actors and actresses, directors, and sound effects men who brought us the Lone Ranger, the Green Hornet, and Sergeant Preston's Challenge of the Yukon. We played some excerpts from that Detroit Producers Association salute recently, and we've had so many requests to repeat part of it again. We're going to do so this evening. The scene is the Detroit Radisson Cadillac Hotel late last year. About 500 people are in attendance as the actors stand around a single microphone, prepared to reenact some scenes from The Lone Ranger. Now, because The Lone Ranger, Grace Beamer, and John Todd, who played Tonto, are no longer with us, other actors from the company play those roles. The narrator is Fred Foy.
Return with us now to those thrilling days of yesteryear. From out of the past come the thundering hoofbeats of the great horse Silver. The Lone Ranger rides again. Come on, Silver. Let's go, big fellow. Are you Silver? Away! The Lone Ranger and Tonto stopped their horses on the edge of a high plateau. They could see the sweeping plain below, across which a train moved along the shiny rails toward a group of low, rocky foothills. The masked man and Indian watched as the train sped out of sight into a valley. Then they listened attentively as they heard the train whistle blowing frantically.
Listen to that, Tonto. Something must be wrong. That's right. Sounds like trouble down that valley. Let's get down there pronto. Come on, Silver. Get him up to scout. Yep.
Once more, the Lone Ranger and his Indian companion Tonto were off on another adventure as they strove to bring law and order to the Old West. In this case, they discovered that an outlaw gang had held up the train after piling logs on the rails. Naturally, they had to find some sort of clue that might lead them to the outlaws.
Them leave trails. It'd be easy to follow, Kimosabe. Yes, and they haven't had much of a start. Here's something. What did you find? A small disc of beaten silver. It's an ornament from a horse's bridle. It may come in handy. Let's mount and follow the trail of those outlaws, Tonto. Easy, boy, easy. Oh, rain coming. It'd wash away outlaws' trail, Kimosabe. Yes, Tonto, let's hurry. Come on, Silver. Get up, scout.
Meantime, the news of the train robbery had spread throughout the nearby town of Redford. The train had arrived, bringing several wounded men. After the sheriff had questioned the train crew and some of the passengers, he returned to his office.
Hi, Cal. Yeah, sure is coming down like blazes outside. This doggone storm covered up the trail of those outlaws.
Tarnation take it, Sheriff. They got away with new currency, $10,000 of it. It was coming to my bank.
Yeah, I was just saying to Mr. Blair, it's a good thing they got it before it was signed in at the bank. Now the express company will have to take the loss.
That's true, Deputy. But a couple of months ago, my bank took the loss when outlaws took a payroll we were sending to the mining company off the Rimstone stage. Maybe the same gang.
You know, it's funny how they got to know about the shipments, Cal.
Yeah, only two of us at the bank knew about it. The cashier, Bill Ames, and myself.
Say, you reckon Ames might have passed the word to someone connected with the gang?
I've always trusted Bill. Hate to think of him doing anything like that. Yet he's the only one besides me who knew about those shipments. Of course, I couldn't accuse him without proof.
I hope we can get a line on the crooks so as to disprove the suspicion I put in your mind, Mr. Blair.
I sure hope so, Deputy.
Well, Cal, we're going to find out who's behind those robberies no matter where the chips fall. You can bet on that.
Bill Ames, a nice-appearing young man and cashier of the bank, lived in a small house at the edge of town with his young wife, Anna. After the bank closed that evening, Bill hurried into the house.
Oh, Anna.
I'm here, Bill, in the kitchen.
Is supper ready yet, honey?
All
My goodness, why the big hurry, Bill?
Why, Mr. Blair invited us to go to the minstrel show that's in town tonight. The rain stopped, and I promised to meet him in front of the Opera House early to get good seats.
Oh, that's wonderful, Bill. Why, it's the first time he's ever invited us anywhere with him since you've been at the bank. We'll eat in a hurry. Then it won't take me any time to get ready.
That night after the show, Calvin Blair suggested they take Bill's wife Anna home and then stop at the cafe to find out if there was any news of the outlaws. After leaving Anna at the house, the two men went to the cafe.
There's the sheriff and his deputy at the bar. We'll go join them, Bill.
All right.
Howdy, Cal. Hi, Bill.
All right, Sheriff.
Don't suppose there's any news, Sheriff?
Nope. No use trying to trail those yellow-livered, side-winded outlaws after that heavy storm, Cal. I didn't expect I'd be seeing you and Ames in here at this hour.
We went to the minstrel show. Sure a big crowd there tonight. I got jostled near to death before we got in and out.
What's that sticking out of your jacket pocket, Bill? Forget to mail a letter your wife give you, maybe?
Letter? I haven't any letter in my pocket. In fact, I haven't got anything. Hey, where'd this envelope come from? I wonder.
Sure is kind of thick. And the flap's just tucked in.
Well, that's strange. I'll see what's in there.
Being alive, paper money. New bills, too.
Hey, I don't get this. I didn't have any.
Let me see that. $500 in new bills, huh?
Now, see here, Bill. If that's money you should have put in the vault before you left, it's risky.
Now, you know better than that, Mr. Blair. I didn't have that in my pocket when I left the bank or my house.
I'm sure you didn't have that.
Of course he didn't have it when he left the bank. I remember now. We checked the bank money together, and I put all of it away.
Ames, you aren't very smart, or you wouldn't have left this sticking out of your pocket so as it could be noticed.
Oh, what do you mean?
Yeah, explain, Sheriff.
I'll explain all that. The way I figured, Bill tipped off that outlaw gang about the money ship.
Hey, now, wait a minute. I don't know anything.
And in the crowd at the show tonight, one of them slipped this into your pocket as your payoff.
Now, see here, Sheriff. I'm sure you're mistaken. Bill, you must have an explanation for this money. Tell the sheriff about it.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know how it got into my pocket.
It's brand new money, like the bills that were stolen.
I'm taking you over to the jail on suspicion. There's no doubt that this is part of the loot taken from the train today. It'll be better for you to tell the truth.
I have told the truth. I don't know anything about that money or about the gang that held up the train.
I don't know what to say. Bill, I trusted you like a son, and you and I were the only ones who knew about those shipments. Naturally, under the circumstances, I'll have to believe the sheriff is right.
Hey, Thunder, of course I'm right. All right, come on, Ames. We're taking you over to jail right now.
Up to this point, you've heard just the beginning of a Lone Ranger adventure that was broadcast back in the 1940s. Needless to say, the Lone Ranger and Tonto proved young Ames' innocence and also proved that Blair was the secret leader of the outlaws. 3 nights a week for over 20 years, the Lone Ranger was featured each night in a new, complete half-hour adventure on network radio originating right here in Detroit. Those who wrote the many hundreds of scripts were stymied by certain taboos. No expletives of any kind. And a masked man in the Old West who only spoke perfect English. But the ever-professional actors could make What in Tarnation sound like What the Hell, and Yellow-Livered Sidewinder sound like Son of You-Know-What. The restrictive Law and Order format paid off with millions of youngsters looking upon the Lone Ranger as a real Western hero. And now let's hear a few lines from the ending of the train-robbing adventure.
Sheriff, this is the gang of outlaws you've been hunting. And Cal Blair is their leader.
See here. You can't talk yourself out of this, mister. We're taking you and the Indian along, too.
Now, wait a minute, Sheriff.
super bullet.
It is.
What's that Indian's name?
His name is Tonto.
Great. Well, I sure catch you on now, mister. And I reckon I owe you an apology.
No, that's not necessary, Sheriff. I'm sure you and your men can take care of Blair and his gang now. Let's go, Tonto.
Kimosabe.
Sheriff, why do you listen to these outlaws and to that masked owl hoot? Why, I'll give you more.
Shut up. Your word couldn't stack up against his in 100 years, Blair. He's the Lone Ranger.
Diving Doris is 13, and she is a diving queen. She can do a flip because she knows she's got go power from Cheerios. Yes, she's got go power. There she goes. She's feeling her Cheerios.
That's a mighty good idea for you. Just make sure you eat a big bowl of Cheerios and milk every breakfast and you'll get Go Power too. Because a Cheerios breakfast is loaded with proteins, vitamins, and minerals. The very things that help build healthy bodies, strong bones, good red blood, and muscles. Why, they'd be the sort of breakfast you'd go for even if they didn't taste so good. And they do taste delicious. Cheerios are a real oat cereal, already cooked with that delicious toasted oat flavor. So that's for you. Swell-tasting Cheerios and milk for Go Power. Eat them every morning and you'll hear...
She's feeling her Cheerios.
I'm the Lone Ranger Mystery Deputy. I can't tell you my name, but if you think you know me, you've got a good chance to win a big cash reward.
This is a feature of the Lone Ranger Incorporated, created by George W. Trendle, produced by Trendle Campbell Muir Incorporated, and directed by Fred Flowerday. The part of the Lone Ranger is played by Brace Beamer.
Golden Age of Radio from Tower 92, saluting the Lone Ranger, the Green Hornet, and Sergeant Preston's Challenge of the Yukon. Our program continues now with another one of those three programs produced and created here in Detroit, this time the Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America. With his faithful valet Cato, Britt Reed, daring young publisher, matches wits with racketeers and saboteurs, risking his life that criminals and racketeers will feel the weight of the law by the sting of the Green Hornet. Ride with Britt Reed in the thrilling adventure, Hornet drops a hint. The Green Hornet strikes again.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle? Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
We here at Taylor AMC Jeep Renault would like you to view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. We invite you to look before you leap at our pickups called Jeeps. This is the year to leap into a Jeep, for this year has a leap, and Taylor AMC Jeep Renault
has the Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's truck specialist, Mike Latcham.
Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
On Telegraph, south of I-94. Golden Age of Radio from Tower 92 continues with the Green Hornet, the episode entitled Hornet Drops a Hint. When foreign intrigue and a thirst for revenge entangle him in a web of circumstances, the Green Hornet is blamed for 2 murders. Some of his riskiest and most dangerous maneuvers follow as the Hornet tracks the real culprits.
And now, the Green Hornet. Smoothie Lawrence was everything his name implied. Smooth of speech, suave of manner, and smarter than most of his kind, men who flaunted the law and lived by their wits. But on one occasion, Smoothie had been outsmarted by another man, and the law had closed in. That was 2 years ago, and for 2 long years he had paid his debt to society. Now, he was free again. It was dusk as Smoothie Lawrence entered the Wattle Street Cafe and walked over to the bar. His mind was filled with hatred for the man who had taken 2 years out of his life. And his face was grim as he stopped at the bar and gave his order.
Give me a double rye, Joe.
Yeah. Well, hiya, Smoothie. Double rye, come right up. There you are, Smoothie.
Thanks.
You got things lined up for yourself?
Before I start lining anything up, I forget something off my mind.
Yeah? I've been noticing you got something bothering you.
That's right, I have.
A dame, maybe?
No, not a dame, Joe. I'm trying to figure out a way to get back at the double-crosser who caused me to be sent up.
Yeah, I remember. The paper said you was put on the spot by the Green Hornet.
Yeah, that's right. Well, now you know.
Holy smoke, Smoothie, you better steer clear of that guy.
Forget it, Joe. I know what I want to do, and I'll find a way. See you later. So long.
Hey, so long, Smoothie. And good luck.
It's gotten to the point where I can't even keep my mouth shut.
Just a minute, please. I'd like a word with you.
Who are you? What do you want?
I was at the bar in the cafe. I overheard your conversation with the bartender.
Really? Maybe you'll tell me just what business it is of yours.
Take it easy, my friend. What I have to say will be important to you.
That remains to be seen. If this is some gag, or if you're trying to...
Now, wait, let me explain. My name is Max Zindler. I know you're Smoothie Lawrence.
You get around, don't you, chum?
Of course. It's part of my business.
What's your business?
Does it matter?
Listen, Zinder, if you...
Now, wait a minute. Suppose I tell you I can show you how to make a large sum of money and at the same time get back at the Green Hornet. Would you be interested?
Maybe. You get to the point.
If you're interested, we'll go to my place and I'll give you the details.
What do I got to lose? I'll go along with you. Well, let me tip you off to this. If you're pulling my leg, pal, you'll be plenty sorry. Let's go.
A short time later, in an apartment on the west side, Smoothie Lawrence listened intently as Max Zinder outlined his plan. Now, let me repeat what I've told you. The attaché will leave that consulate at 8 o'clock tomorrow night on the way to the airport.
You say the consulate car will be driven by one of your men?
That's right. Of course, at the consulate, he's known as a trusted employee.
And I'm to follow in a car which you'll provide, huh?
Yes. The driver of the attaché's car will pretend he's got motor trouble somewhere along the river road. He'll get out to work on it.
That's when I'm to take over. That it?
Exactly. Get the papers the attaché will be carrying and bring them here to me. Of course, it'll be necessary to eliminate him.
Now, hold on. Why can't I grab the papers and leave? Now, what's the idea
There's to tell about the so-called car trouble and the actions of the driver. It might lead to complications, my friend.
After all, I didn't know I was...
Remember, you'll be paid $10,000 cash for the job, Smoothie. And the Hornet will be blamed.
You haven't told me just how suspicion is to be directed to the Green Hornets in there.
Look, here's my wallet. I have something that'll do the trick. See this?
Ah, a Hornet seal. Is it really one of his own, or did you...
It's genuine. It was left as a warning with one of our workers in the past. He was later caught because of the Hornet.
So you have it in for him, too, huh?
The Green Hornet is a continual threat to our organization.
Why don't you pull this job yourself?
In my position, I can't afford chances. You can, for a price. I'll be at a reception at the consulate tomorrow night. I'll stay there until the news of the attaché's misfortune is made known.
So you'll be in the clear, huh? Okay, I'll go through with it. And leave that seal for the police to find.
Ah, good. I knew we'd come to an understanding. Tomorrow night, I'll get those papers, you'll get the money, and your revenge on the Green Hornet in the bargain.
What is wrong, driver?
I don't know, sir. Something wrong with the motor.
Well, do something. I'll miss my plane if we're delayed.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'll have to stop.
Hurry, we haven't much time. Oh, here comes another car. It looks as if he's stopping. Good evening. It's nice of you to stop, senor. We seem to be having trouble.
Your troubles are just about over, Pat.
Wait, I don't understand. A short time later, Britt Reed, young publisher of the Daily Sentinel, was in the city room when the phone rang.
City editor's desk. Gunnigan speaking.
Gunnigan, this is Mike Ashford. I want
But where is under review, Ben? What's the idea of staying out all afternoon without calling in?
I'm at cops headquarters and I have a story.
Yeah, I thought so. That's your usual hangout. Now you listen to me,
I got a story, Gunnigan. A scoop. Let me get a word in edgeways with you.
Why didn't you say so? What is it?
A murder. It happened on River Road. An attaché was shot by the Green Hornet.
What? Hold on, I'll connect you with Rewrite. You can get the details.
I ain't got any details yet. I'll call Rewrite later. So long.
Why haven't you? What's the idea of... Hello? Hello? Oh, he hung up. That guy will drive me to the nut house. Somebody get to the composing room, quick. Tell him to set up a lead for an extra. Attaché murdered by Green Hornet. Hurry up.
Gunnigan, is that what Axford told you?
That's right, Chief. Says the attaché was shot to death out on the river road by the Hornet.
I see. Well, let me know the details as soon as you get them. I'll be in my office.
Right. Hi, Reed. I just came from cops headquarters. I phoned in the details on that murder a while ago.
Yes, I know. I understand a Hornet seal was found on the body.
Sure. It was stuck right on the guy's forehead.
Well, what about the chauffeur?
He says the Green Hornet blocked the road with his car, so he had to stop. Then the Spalpeen pulled open the rear door of the consulate car and shot the attaché in cold blood. The cops didn't hold the driver.
Strange the driver was unharmed.
Oh, the Hornet would have shot him, too. Only the driver says he hopped out quick as a wink and lit out for the bushes, with bullets whizzing alongside his head. Then another car came along, and the Hornet beat it.
Where's the chauffeur now, do you know?
After he told the story, they let him go back to the consulate. 'Tis a clear case against the Green Hornet to my way of thinking.
Have the police figured out why the murder was committed?
Reed, it's off the record for now. But the Hornet stole some important papers dealing with some matters in a South American country.
Oh, I see. Well, keep on the case, Axford.
and let me know of any new developments.
Okay, Reed. Sure, and I'm thinking that Green Holland's going to be sorry he pulled this job.
Later, Britt Reed went to his apartment where Cato, his faithful Filipino valet and the only person knowing his identity as the Green Hornet, was waiting.
Cato, because of that Hornet seal which was found on the murdered attaché, the authorities are hunting down the Hornet as the killer.
It's not good. While they search for Hornet, real murderer have chance to get away.
In my opinion, aspiring is at work. Those papers are very important, and in the wrong hands can cause great trouble.
That's also not good.
Something has to be done and done quickly.
Do you think of something, perhaps?
If the driver of the consulate car is telling the truth, the killers have covered up well. But if he isn't...
You think Green Hornet try to find out?
Yes. The chauffeur for the consulate probably lives over the garage. We'll go there and see if there's a chance of breaking down a story.
You go on Green Hornet in Black Beauty?
Right. Come on.
Stepping through a secret panel in the rear of a closet in his bedroom, Britt Reed and Cato went along a narrow passageway built within the walls of the apartment itself. This passage led to an adjoining building which fronted on a dark side street. Though supposedly abandoned, this building served as a hiding place for the sleek, super-powered Black Beauty, streamlined car of the Green Hornet. Britt Reed pressed a button. The great car roared into life. The section of the wall in front raised automatically, then closed as the gleaming Black Beauty sped into the darkness.
There's a light over the garage, Cato.
Yes. We go in now?
The sooner the better. We have to move carefully. The police may have posted a man at the house. Come on.
Moving through the shadows, Britt and Cato skirted the back of the garage and cautiously drew near the entrance to the stairway that led to the rooms above. They found the lower door unlocked and went up slowly and quietly until they reached a landing at the top of the staircase.
This is it, Cato. I'll try the door. That's strange. This door is unlocked, too. Well, here goes. Don't make a move, Rob. What the? What's wrong? Great Scott. This is the consulate chauffeur, all right. But he's been shot through the head. He's dead.
Where do we leave now? Something happening outside.
Get to the window, quick.
It's the police. Some coming here. Others go towards place in the back or behind Black Beauty.
I'll lock the door.
What we do now?
We've got to think fast. They're coming up and we'll be caught like rats in a trap. And if they get possession of the Black Beauty, our goose will be cooked. But good.
We'll continue our Green Hornet adventure in just a moment.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle? Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
Presently at Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's new Jeep Truck Center, they're offering substantial savings on trucks in stock or on special orders. Jeep trucks have greater payload, greater cubic foot capacity, and higher ground clearance than Ford, Chevy, or Dodge. These are just a few reasons why you should view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's truck specialist, Mike Gladship.
Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
On Telegraph, south of I-94.
From Tower 92, WTWR in Detroit, you're listening to the Golden Age of Radio, presenting the greatest radio shows of all time.
Now, back to the Green Hornet. While several policemen started through the door leading to the stairway, two of the men rounded the back of the garage, and one of them noticed the dim outline of the Black Beauty a short distance away. Hey, look, car back there. Come on, it might be the Hornet's car. Listen, that's a car starting up inside the garage. Well, I'll be... Left that other car's a plant while they get away in one of the consulate cars. Let's get yours and get around front to stop them. Hey, Sarge! They're going to come out through the garage door of the car. Get ready to shoot them down! Shoot the lock off. Let's bust in. I did it. Come on, open the doors and jump back. Look! Nobody's in the car. Keep your guns handy. Must be hiding inside. We'll get him this time. Come on. Hop in, kiddo. I'll drive. Look, are they 4-4 scheme, Mr. Rick? Yes. Did you break open plenty of those gas pellets inside the garage before we came out through the back window? Police found the garage full of gas. They'll not follow us for some time. Ah, good. Guess the killer tipped them off about another murder. That's why they came. We better get away from here now. Come in, Smoothie. I was worried about you.
Nothing to worry about, Cinder. In fact, I was really playing our way tonight.
How do you mean?
Well, I attended to that job, getting rid of the consulate driver. I set my parked car down the block. Because of the reception, there were a great many cars parked along the street. I thought I'd wait until I saw you leave.
You would have finished that job at 8. I left the reception after 9.
I saw you leave. I was about to follow when a commotion started near the garage.
They found the body?
Yeah. You right?
Oh, thanks. Light?
Thank you.
What happened then?
This is the luck I was talking about. Seems after I left, the Green Hornet went into the driver's rooms and was almost cornered by the police. Naturally, they blame him for what they found there. The body of that driver.
Well, if you hear any more news about the hunt for the Hornet, let me know. I imagine he's a very puzzled man right now. Huh, Smoothie?
You said it. He's not so smart. I'm going out a while. See you later. So long, Cindy.
Meanwhile, Britt Reed and Cato returned to their apartment, where they discussed a new development in the chain of circumstances which were closing about the Green Hornet. It's great shock to know chauffeur also did. Killer's smart enough not to leave a clue behind. Maybe he's not so smart, Cato. What do you mean? I picked up this paper match cover in the chauffeur's rooms. It's a Water Street Cafe on the cover. Yes. That's an underworld hangout. But that's not very good clue. Many people get book of matches. Even driver, perhaps. That's true. But this belonged either to the killer or his victim. If the killer dropped it, there may be a way to track him. How do you do that? Cato, when we first came into the apartment, I went into the lab for a few moments, remember? Yes, sir. I found out there's a clear fingerprint on this match cover. Oh, you send the match cover to police, perhaps? No, Cato. If I send it anonymously, it wouldn't mean anything. I can't send it as Britt Reed and tell him where it was found. they'd be smart enough to connect me with the Hornet.
Yes, that's true. You have other plan?
Yes, I have. If the fingerprint proves to be the chauffeur's, the plan won't work. But if it's the killer...
You carry out the plan tonight?
Why not? The reception at the consulate is over by now. And since the Hornet's scared, the police will have a guard there.
You go to consulate and risk guard?
Cato, my whole plan rests upon reliable people being able to swear they saw the Green Hornet inside the consulate. I'll take that risk. Let's go. Arriving in an alley behind the consulate, Britt Reed and Cato left the Black Beauty and moved into the shadows near the house. After some time, Cato spoke.
We watch library window long time now.
Yes, but we can... Look, the consul's getting up from his desk. He's leaving the room.
Yes. There. He put out the lights. You go in a few minutes?
Yes. You stay outside the window in the shadows and keep the way clear for my escape.
If anyone come here, I see you not interfere.
Good. The police are on the front porch talking. They don't expect the Hornet to be returned here tonight, so guards haven't been posted in the rear.
We really don't expect the Hornet to return here tonight, so one of you boys can go to headquarters with me. The other, you, Cassidy, can hang around out here.
Okay, sir.
Guess the consul's a little nervous anyway. Sure, but you can't blame him with the guy being killed and all.
Officer.
Oh, what's that?
Come quickly. There's a prowler in the library.
Holy smoke. How do you know?
I heard a noise in there. Sounds like someone at the safe.
Cassidy, you go down to the library window in case he tries to get out that way.
Okay, Sarge.
You come along with me. Right.
This way, officer. This is the door of the library.
I'll sneak the door open a little and take a look. You see anybody? Glory be. Someone's trying to get into the safe, using matches for a light.
The light switch is just inside the door to the right.
Okay. When I give the word, we'll bust in, switch on the light, and catch him cold. I'm ready, Sarge. Here goes then. No! What the? Sarge! It's a Green Hornet! Use your gun, quick! Go on, Albert! He's making for the long window. I'll get him! Hold on! Cassidy's outside. I'll go out the French window and see if he needs help. Hey, Sarge! Here's Cassidy, lying on the porch. What happened to him? I don't know. He's coming through now. Well, what happened, fella?
I was sneaking up onto the porch to look in the window when someone whammed me from behind.
Come on, we'll see if he got into the safe.
He didn't get the safe open.
Good, he dropped a book of paper matches. I'll take it along.
What good will that do?
You never can tell. It might have a fingerprint on it. Though that Hornet's been too smart to leave prints before.
Yeah, but he didn't mean to drop that.
That's right. I'll take it to headquarters and see what they can find. Let's hope it does show a print. Come on. Exford, we got it. Got what, Sarge? The name of the Green Hornet. That's what. Something snake, Sarge. Who was it? A smart cook by the name of Smoothie Lawrence. We found a fingerprint and it matches Lawrence. I can't believe it. Hey, you men. Get Smoothie Lawrence. Any of the boys called in yet, Cassidy?
Oh, they're still hunting, Sarge.
We just gotta find Smoothie Lawrence. Hey, Sarge, I hear you picked up Smoothie Lawrence. Yeah, that's right. They've been grilling him for the past hour. Does he admit he's the Green Hornet? Not yet. But give us time and we'll make him talk. Come on, we'll see what's doing in there now. In here, Exford. I tell you, I don't know what you're talking about. I never did it. All right, Sarge, take over. This guy's stubborn. Listen, you. We got the goods on you. What do you mean? What's all this about? We saw the Hornet inside the consulate. He got away from us. But he dropped something. It had your fingerprint on it, which proves you're the Green Hornet. No, I'm not the Hornet. If you're the Green Hornet, you're due to hang. Oh, wait. Wait, don't talk. Go on, then. The guy you want is named Cinder. He thought up the Hornet gang. It was he who used the Hornet's disguise and killed that Astaire. Believe me, I'm not the Hornet. Where's that guy Cinder? He lives a little loading tent, the brick house on the corner. Honest, he's the guy. He wanted me to help him, but I wasn't sure. Sure. Come on, expert. Let's get some of the boys and pick up that Cinder guy. If this mug Lawrence is the Hornet, we'll soon find out. Let's go.
Gunnigan, hold everything for a big story.
We've been holding everything for the last hour and a half, Axford. What about that guy they picked up? Is he the Hornet or isn't he?
Keep your shirt on, will you? The cops have just picked up another guy by the name of Cinder. And what do you think?
Listen to me. I ain't waiting to get...
Okay. Now listen. When they got there, Cinder had a briefcase with the stolen papers in it. He was getting ready to clear out. They've just brought him here to headquarters to pay smooth alarm.
But what the...
I'll call you back right away so as to get the whole story. Stand by for a scope.
Hey, wait. No, that Axford. Hey, someone get to the composer room. Have them get ready for a big lead. The killers have been found and maybe the Green Hornet.
Later that night, Mike Axford entered the apartment he shared with Britt Reed and Cato.
Hey, still up, I see. Yes. I wasn't very sleepy tonight, Axford. Thought I'd read a bit.
Have a cup of coffee, perhaps?
Coffee? Sure, thanks, Cato. Reed, with all the excitement on, you sit there reading some love story, no doubt.
No? A detective story.
Detective story, he says. Reed, there's more goes on right around your own office than you'd ever find in one of them make-believe detective books.
Oh, really?
No, don't tell me you don't know all that's happened tonight.
Well, there's been some confusing reports over the radio about the police finding the Hornet.
Police do a very good job catching Green Hornet. If man they catch is Hornet.
Stop pipe dreaming, Cato. Take the Hornet and all they caught. They're sure of that now.
Oh, too bad. Now, in this book I'm reading, there's a mysterious character...
Snake, you two ought to be stuck in a museum somewhere today.
Why do you say that?
Yes, Axford. What's eating you?
Well, I'll tell you. While you and Cato moon around in this apartment, one of the biggest stories of the month was breaking tonight.
What?
The cops got the killer of both the attaché and that driver. Not to mention finding the papers that were stolen.
Say, that is news.
That ain't all. They caught a big underground spy, and he had a little book with the names of all his helpers in it. Nazi underground agents. Imagine that, will you?
Axford, that's wonderful news. What about the Green Hornet?
Oh, it was him who double-crossed the other two. A spy leader named Cinder and a killer named Smoothie Lawrence. They were so busy accusing each other, they alibied the Hornet on their murders.
Then the Hornet not kill Attaché?
No, it was one of them guys posing as the Hornet. Of course, the Hornet was mixed up with him, but he put the finger on Lawrence with the fingerprints. You get it? He left Smoothie's fingerprints and the cover.
Well, the Hornet provided the Sentinel with another scoop, didn't they?
Reed, sometimes I wonder what you do without the Green Hornet to make the news for you and without me to tell you about it.
Axford, without the Green Hornet, and of course you, life would be very dull.
No, Reed, that's something.
Street, that bad killer caught by ring broken Green Hornet implicated. Read all about it. Green Hornet still at large. That's the last street.
You want a special car to suit your special lifestyle? Taylor AMC has the one. Jeeps for the hills, Renaults for the sport of it. AMC makes the driving fun. Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
We here at
Taylor AMC Jeep Renault would like you to view the pickup truck good enough to be called a Jeep. We invite you to look before you leap at our pickups called Jeeps. This is the year to leap into a Jeep, for this year has a leap, and Taylor AMC Jeep Renault has the Jeep. See Taylor AMC Jeep Renault's truck specialist, Mike Glatchen.
Put the drive in your life at Taylor AMC.
On Telegraph, south of I-94.
Tower 92 reminds you the Bishop Gallagher 1970 graduating class is planning a June reunion. Call 979-2791.
The Green Hornet. He hunts the biggest of all game, public enemies who try to destroy our America.
That's this week's adventure with the Green Hornet. The Green Hornet returns next Sunday night to the golden age of radio. And once again, we'll have a brief excerpt from the Detroit Producers Association salute to the Green Hornet and a 1979 recreation of that famous network radio program and a few comments from Fred Foy. In the time remaining this evening, let's have a little bit of comedy as we bring you Amos and Andy. This is entitled The Diary. It was recorded July 19th, 1940.
Andy, if the taxi cab business don't get better, I'm going back to my old job.
What old job?
I used to run a dairy.
Don't try to tell me that you used to run a dairy. You know I don't believe that.
Well, if you don't believe it, I can take you down in Georgia and show you the cow.
Where'd you ever get enough money to buy a cow?
I bought her on the installment plan.
Oh, was the cow all right?
Well, the cow was all right. The only thing, every time I'd get behind in my payments, she'd dry up on me.
Mm-hmm. What'd you call your cow?
Well, I used to call her a lot of things when she'd dry, but her name was Bossy.
Bossy?
Yeah, I named her for a gal that I used to have down there.
Was she affectionate?
Who, the gal?
No, the cow.
Oh, yeah, she was affectionate, all right. She wouldn't exactly sit in your lap and put her hoofs around your neck, but she was affectionate, all right.
Well, how in the world could you get along with one cow?
Oh, fine. We never had no argument.
No. I mean, she didn't give enough milk for all your customers, did she?
Well, I didn't have no customers.
Oh, how many gallons did you average a day?
Well, I didn't average none. The cow averaged 16.
Did she have horns?
No, but I was going to get her a saxophone.
Well, what did you sell your milk for?
Drinking.
Well, what did it bring you?
Complaints.
How much did you charge for it by the quart?
10 cents FOB.
FOB what?
FOB the cow.
Well, didn't you deliver the milk?
No, we never delivered no milk.
How come?
Well, the cow didn't know her way around town.
Why, any cow ought to know her way around the whole state of Georgia.
Well, you see, this cow that I had was a Jersey cow.
Uh-huh. Did your cow get you up early in the morning?
No, I wouldn't let her in the house in the morning. I used an alarm clock to get up by.
No, I mean early in the morning. Didn't the cow move?
Certainly she moved. You ain't ever had no cow yodel, did you?
Say, by the way, did you hear about Lightning? They put him in jail for borrowing money from a man.
Well, they can't put him in jail for borrowing money from a man, can they?
Well, the way I get it, Lightning had to knock the man down 5 times before he lent it to him.
Well, I'm a doggone.